Good day, fellas. This is your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to have best of T32. The tank which I have good memories about, and when I recently played after the new things what were gaming done, increased DPM, increased the tiny touch penetration. This was quite nice vehicle, I must admit that. And I know it will sound very weird, but I prefer T32 over IS3. I know it's crazy, but it just is. So once again, we recently played with it, we marked it up to 100% in 83 battles with a 2.7 thousand damage and with a 700 assisting damage, which is a great score, fellas. It is a very great score. We dealt with everything extremely quickly. Compare that to IS3. With IS3, I played for 2.4 thousand damage and 600 assisting damage. So it's just proving my point. If the tank is fitting with your style, you can perform extremely well. So what do I want to show, fellas? I want to show you from 2 to 3 battles, the best battles, probably damage wise, and you will see how the T34 is performing in the field and how the things is working with this beautiful vehicle. So see you in a second. And we are here. So fellas, this battle is going to be the best damage game which we managed to get with a T32, right? Can you guess in the comment section what is the best damage? Without looking at it, it is your mission. Good luck, fellas. And so, what is the main plan? What is the main goal for us in this game? There is a couple of options how you can play the battle. Option number 1, you can go and play hold down around this area over there, right? Because T32 can afford that, and to be fair with you, this is one of the options. But what I decided to do over there, I thought, you know what? I do not want to play, I simply don't want to play in the casual area where usually heavy tanks is going. There is a reason why. The main reason why I don't want to play over there, because if someone is taking this position here, then he's having a massive crossfire on you, and it's simply becoming not really worth it. So instead of doing that, I decided to make a bit different call, and I decided to go into the middle. And when we are done with almighty links, then we can make a decision. What do we want to do next, right? And the first things first, I am going up to check out, maybe we can destroy someone which is playing around this area. And luckily, we are having 2 teddy bears which is moving through the open field, and let's get real, fellas, they do not have armor in the side, so obviously if enemy team will try to cross, we will immediately schnai, and everyone will cry, right? That's the main thing for us. Meanwhile, we figured out the Kerveron is sniping from the back with high explosive ammunition. This is the thing which you are not seeing too often, but as you can see, this is the case, and I am just simply trying to find the angle for the enemy team. There is no Artus which is playing down there, right? So it is pretty much perfect thing for us. Meanwhile, the T28 is simply trying to cross through the middle, and unfortunately, but the first shot was quite bad RNG, but hey, look, there is a bloody TS5 which is going through the open field, and I am thinking, tasty snack, fellas. This is literally what I am thinking, because when enemies are showing the sides, I mean, what not to be happy about, right? Look, this T28 is stock. He have 320 alpha damage gun, so he immediately thought, you know what, enough of this shit, I will try to shoot high explosives, and luckily he managed to hit us for 124 damage. By saying luckily, I mean lucky to him, because for me it is obviously a bad thing, right? Because armor is simply not working against the high explosives at all. Meanwhile, we missed another shot here, but it is just a bad start, fellas. We can afford it, and we can do the beautiful things right here. All we need to do, we need to be just tiny touch more patient and open our eyes, and obviously keep punishing every single person who is going to make a mistake. Kerveron spotted pixel shot here, or actually half of the turret shot, and we hit him for solid 300 damage. We are already on 1,500 damage dealt there, and in my opinion, this is completely fine what we are doing what we are doing here. We are making some kind of crossfire to the enemies which is playing around this area. Although we could probably play in the typical heavy corner, and maybe it would be better score. You never know. Now we can only guess, and we can only guess now. You never know. And what kind of situation we have now? Our situation is not looking that great, right? Enemies is capping the base. They have quite nice position in the kilo 3, kilo 4. I'm speaking about that CDC, and I don't want to make pressure yet, okay? I am simply waiting until enemies will make one or another stupidity, because it's super duper hyper turbo important for us. Meanwhile, CDC noticed us here, right? We know CDC knows where we are, but once again, not much what we can do about this apart going backwards. And what I figured out, since we are in the crossfire currently, we need to make a tiny touch more pressure right here. It is super duper hyper turbo important. So what I'm thinking, TS5 T28, come to daddy mother truckers, and I am making pressure in front of them. I completely understand I'm not going to play perfectly hold down by any means, right? But in the same time, we have information of the T28, which is having a stock gun, so I literally don't give a flying F about his 320 alpha damage or something, and we are punishing him directly into his cupola. Meanwhile, I think TS5 is not paying too much attention towards us, so we can simply deal with a T28 meanwhile, right? As you can see, this TS5, he is looking at us now, but once again, that's completely fine. He just destroyed his cover himself, and he took another 300 for the team. Plus, on top of that, our Progetto finished him off. That's great. We noticed that the T28 is not looking at us anymore. He turned towards the light tank, I assume, and he is dead. Great. Very, very good. Meanwhile, enemy T32 is sniping from the back, but once again, not much what we can do about that. We can't change it. It is completely fine. The score is 2.9 thousand damage. We are going through the base here, and we want to craft a better angle for ourselves, because otherwise it is not very good. We lost the heavy flank side where probably we're supposed to be, but once again, wait for it. This is only the start for us, my lovely friends. This is extremely good battle, I can promise you that, fellas. Anyways, we have a bushwanker next in the Foxtrot 1, but you know, I hope our guys are going to defend themselves at least a tiny touch. And I am simply running for my life, because this is the right way to do the things. And my main hope and my dream right here is this Kerveron, which is making pressure for us. And you know what? It is our lucky day. Kerveron is making pressure towards us. That's great. Meanwhile, we are trying to find the cupola shot here, but unfortunately we missed. We did not manage to penetrate it. Kerveron against the T32 is extremely powerful thing. If I'm not mistaken, Kerveron have extremely good armor when he's playing properly hold down, and he have extremely good DPM. So keep this in mind, my lovely friends. Anyways, I need to figure out the way how to eliminate this guy before it's too late. And I'm thinking, could you please go in front and could you please make this mistake? That would be amazing. Meanwhile, Kerveron is shooting high explosives, and I decided to get some advantage over this poor corpse over there, which is T34 100R, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm politely asking this CS52 to go with me and simply destroy this Kerveron before it's too late. Although, unfortunately, this guy is not going together with us, and in fact, this guy is dead meat, right? That sucks. Score is 6-10, and let's get real. Our situation over there is not golden. It's not the best one, but you know what? I still have hope I'm going to deal with this Kerveron, because he made just tiny touch more pressure towards us, and now it is so much better situation here, fellas. We have so much better situation over there. Meanwhile, we are doing a smart trade. Skrvervron just missed, he is down to 300 hit points, I'm thinking about eliminating him from the game, and I'm immediately loading high explosive ammunition. The main reason why am I loading high explosive ammunition, I really want to eliminate him from the game for obvious reasons, right? He's down to 57 hit points, can I kill him before he will hit me? Sure thing, I can. We shot his side and that worked well. We are on 4.2 thousand damage and we know CDC is down to one-shottable right there. Now the question is where the flying F is ISU. ISU is getting spotted. Zdarov, Mr. ISU. Schnai into the face of ISU, but what we figured out, the Borshik is using the high explosive gun here, which is quite sad. Although we was quite lucky, I must admit, against this ISU, right? Luckily, he did not manage it to penetrate us. Although everyone knows the Ruski accuracy, and once again, I was quite lucky right there. Meanwhile, I'm trying to hit this Hashem Borshik with a blind shots, and the score is very, very close. 11-11. It's not happening too often, my friends, and I thought, okay, Borshik probably escaped, I assume Borshik escaped. How about that if we would make just tiny touch more pressure towards the Borshik, right? Maybe I'm getting spotted. What that means? That means Mr. Borshik, that means Mr. Borshik doesn't give a flying F, and he is not using his keyboard. Not the greatest decision from my side, but once again, not much what I can do right there. So look, there is a T32 which is capping the base, but in the same time, I need to eliminate the Liberty or this CS52 from the game. Otherwise, we are simply doomed. I do not have time to decap the base right there, which is sad, but once again, not much what we can change. So look, Liberty. Can we penetrate Liberty? We have only gold ammunition left. Actually, I meant to say I'm a gold noob. This is the main reason why we are doing this, right? Anyways, look at this play. This is going to be quite interesting. 30 seconds on the timer left. I hope this T32 is not going to cap the base, and I'm pretending I'm trying to escape from over there. So Liberty is going to go to the open field, and we know where the CS52 list is. Good. This is extremely good information. So what do we want to do now? Now, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I want to eliminate one of those two guys because it's important. Liz is simply waiting until I will shoot the Liberty. Liz is waiting until I will eliminate Liberty from the game. And you know what? Liberty is kind enough to make a mistake and to expose his cupola. We're smacking him directly to cupola. Meanwhile, Liz is going in front. I'm trying to make an angle. Liz bounced, and you know what? I'm saying not today, my friend. Not today. Kaboom, straight into the face. Both of them is dead, and the T32 with a full hit points captured the base. It could be an amazing carry, but unfortunately, it wasn't the case, my friends. In the end of the day, this is over 6,000 damage battle, fellas. We managed to connect couple of the blind shots, which was very, very good. You will see scores after this game in the end of this video. And you know what, fellas? Let's teleport into the next battle. So what is the strong side of the T32 as a tank itself? The strongest side of this vehicle is obviously armor when you are playing cooldown, and you have very, very, very good DPM, in my opinion. 320 alpha damage, it works just fine. Reload, if I'm not mistaken, is approximately 8 seconds, which is just which is more than enough for me. And if you know how to play cooldown, if you know the crucial positions, you can have a blast. Okay, fellas, let's teleport into the other game. I have 2 more games prepared for you, so you will see everything yourself. See you very, very soon. And we are back. Another game. This is going to be an amazing one. This game, fellas, is going to be intense, it's going to be bloodful, and I promise you, you are going to enjoy this. So, what kind of situation do we have over there? We have a Draunenberg, or old Draunenberg, where, remember, the tanks is going into the river and they are bulbed, they are playing submarine simulator. Yeah, I remember a joke, fellas. Back in the day, when this map used to be different, right? Before Wargaming did casual changes right there. Beep, 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 traffic. That's okay, everything is fine. The hardest part of all this is to move from the position, and I was looking into the Chrysler just mean like this. That's what I have done. Anyways, What I meant to say, fellas, back in the day, there was a lot of people which was drowning in this area. Why so? Because with the river, there was only couple of places where you could cross. So this map is called Drownenberg in my book and in my opinion, right? So there was one guy which was playing with a 268. He was going through the bridge and schnai! He dropped it down, right? Meanwhile, while he is drowning, he is typing, never roll cigarette while driving. So here you go, fellas. This is some quality advices for you, fellas. Don't you dare to do this. Anyways, how we started this battle? We started this battle in the Endlenberg by going into the Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot 5 position, and we are playing via the window. This is nothing too crazy, nothing unusual, and pay attention at this IS-3. We are trying to play with him together, but as you can see, it's not so easy, so I decided to escape before it's too late. Meanwhile, we managed to hit one shot of a kind towards the Patriot, and once again, that was extremely lucky shot. More likely we overmatched his engine deck, and we are simply chilling right here and waiting until he's going to make one or another stupidity. And as you can see, it's not too easy, it's not too simple, fellas. When the Patriot is playing ideally, it's pretty much the same T32 but with a tiny touch lower armor. Meanwhile, what is happening? Enemy IS-2 is making a bit of pressure right here, so we are saying, Zdarov, comrade, I hope you are having a nice day. We are hitting him into the engine, more likely into the engine or into the fuel tanks, and he's getting double critical hits. And I am thinking maybe this guy is going to go out, but by the looks of it, it is not going to be the case. But once again, we are patient mother truckers, we can wait a bit, right? We have all time in the world of tanks. Score 0-2, and we are simply holding the position. Another double penetrator is waving his double PP of this corner, but once again, not much what we can change about this unless he is going to become greedy, and as you can see so far, it is definitely not the case. Meanwhile, our IS-6B is fighting for his life. He has 1,500 hit points left, and he is fighting. He is banging probably everyone over there, and he is having the time of his life, but I kind of need to help him, to be fair with you. I am thinking how I could do this, but in the same time, the worst thing for us is this Patriot. So if I could eliminate the Patriot from the game, the situation would be so much better for us. Meanwhile, Defender, I have only standard ammunition loaded here, so we couldn't penetrate him into the lower plate because, you know, Defender armor is quite good, but we are not complaining because we managed to smack Defender straight into the face, and we are paying attention at the max map. As you can see, our double penetrator heavy tank is making a bit of pressure right here, which is extremely good thing for us, and we are playing hold down, right? So enemy Patriot died, and I noticed that, and I'm thinking, what to do now? So as you can see, this guy is down to one shotable, and it is a matter of the time when he is going to die, so I am feeling just great, and we are about to kaboom smack him into the roof of the tank. Nice, beautiful. What to do next? There is a Defender and T28 prototype which is down to one shotable. I have a standard ammunition, and Su is going through the middle of the field. Russia! Easy. Su 101 is dead. Defender just missed his shot. That's very good. So what do we want to do? We want to make just tiny touch more pressure against the Defender. Situation is looking extremely shitty as for us, although there is two one-shots over there, so we want to kill Defender straight into his cupolas, but his reaction time, oh boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, his reaction time is definitely not solid banana out of 10. Meanwhile, Ball Breaker, Zdarov Ball Breaker. By the way, if you are wondering what the flying F Ball Breaker is the tank which you are gifting for your boss when he is celebrating his birthday. So you are politely say go F yourself, fellas, if your boss is you know, boss. So here you go. He's down to the 900 hit points, and this is only the start for us. I truly want to eliminate him from the game, but in the same time, I don't want to lose any hit points for a Ball Breaker for obvious reasons. He's playing not with the greatest tank ever, and once again, if we are going to make a hardcore pressure, it's going to be no bueno. So we are waiting. We are thinking how to deal with this situation. Score is 6-9, or maybe score is 69. And Charioteer, you know what Charioteer is saying? Ball Breaker, I'm going to save you. Meanwhile, charioteer have the third mark of excellence, boys. Since he have the third mark of excellence, that means he knows exactly what he's doing right here. Although he's down to one-shottable, which is extremely good thing for us. And ball breaker, zdarov, mister. Having a good time? You have a very nice employee, my friend. He loves you for sure, I can promise you that. Ball breaker is moving in front. I think he is having a problems with his internet, or maybe he is having a problems with the tank itself. I don't even know. Anyways, ball breaker here down to one-shottable. I'm saying zdarov, and ball breaker just died. The score is 8-10, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. And we are playing in the cemetery right here. Everyone is dead who was around us, and we are flexing on the enemies right here. Meanwhile, Progetto is coming from the back. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, full hit points Progetto. And what to do now? I have 900 hit points, and Progetto is thinking, OMG, 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 what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. This is what Progetto is probably thinking now. And T34 from behind, boys and girls, and Arta. T34 from behind coming like this. Arta is smacking us into our bloody full ass. And now I'm thinking how to eliminate the Progetto from the game, because otherwise it's not going to be very, very good. From now on, you can call me officially a gold noob, my friend. And you know what? If it's not enough, Scorpion G is joining the forces, and Scorpion G is going together. Meanwhile, Progetto is making a hardcore pressure. Scorpion G is following him. And you know what? Time to play hold down. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, time to play hold down. I hope the Scorpion G is not going to find the angle to shoot me, and I'm thinking, okay, I should be safe. I should be safe. Meanwhile, I missed the shot because of this IS-6 gun, which was very, very unfortunate, and I'm thinking, please, Scorpion, don't hit me. No. Scorpion managed to hit us into the face, but that's okay. Maybe I can finish off the Scorpion directly into the tracks, and now I need to figure out what to do. I'm trying to move back, and unfortunately, Scorpion is eliminating us from the game. You know what? I don't really care. Did we won the battle? Did we lost the battle? It doesn't matter. The dance over there, I was feeling like ballerina on ice, okay? It was so beautiful. It's crazy how beautiful that was. So yeah, score is 10-13. Obviously, our guys is trying to play the game, but in the end of the day, my lovely friends, I believe this is game over. The thing is, the situation is very, very simple. 1 minute left on the timer, and we need to take the enemy base. So, you know, either way, our team is not going to be able to win this battle, right? Unfortunate. Anyways, that was a great game either way. Even though we did not manage yet to win the battle, I think the performance overall was solid banana out of 10. And as usual, you are going to see the score of the battle just right after the third battle, right? So all scores are going to be here after the other game. See you in a second, fellas, and let's continue this journey. For real, fellas, with the T32 I had a very, very good time, and I enjoyed myself so damn much, it's crazy. See you in a second. And we are back yet with another video, with another replay. So, fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, now this is going to be perfection from our side. We are going to play so damn well, it's crazy how well we are going to play. But let's stop here for a second. You have 15 seconds to figure out what we are going to do. T32 can play hold down very, very well, but pay attention at enemy setup. 50B might have APCRs. Super Conqueror, very tough tank. Fava, extremely tough tank, he can penetrate us. E75, M103 Type 4, Heavy, Veron, KV4, Samoa. Those tanks are not that powerful, at least considering what kind of matchmaking do we have over there. But it's simply not really worth for us to play aggressively on top of the hill. So I immediately made other decision. My main mission over there is to play downstairs. What do I mean by saying that? I want to take this position over there. What is the main reason why? Because I will have a crossfire towards the enemies which is playing over there, plus on top of that I can get assisting damage, which is just glorious. It's great and it's very, very good. Crossing like this with a heavy tank in the first minute of the battle can be dangerous because you might lose quite a bit of the hit points or you can get killed. It happened multiple times for me and I was the first person which is dying, but I am willing to take my chances because I am simply too afraid to go on top of the hill, because I simply think it's not going to be worth it. And if I have a suspicion I will get a better performance by doing something else, I am willing to take my chances and I am willing to take a risk. So we are in position now. Why this position is so damn glorious and so damn amazing? Because you can play hold down against the people which is playing on top of the hill. This is the main reason why this is so beautiful, fellas. As you can see, Super Conqueror is showing us his side and we are trying to get a bit of assisting damage from this beautiful cookie, right? Meanwhile, the cover 4 is showing our side and our team managed to take the upper side on top of the hill. This is glorious. What that pretty much means for us, fellas. For us, that means enemy team is sitting in the deep shithole. Our team have upper position, so in order for enemy team to retake the hill, they need to go through the open field, and this is glorious. And all we are doing right here, we are chilling, being hold down ourselves, and we are simply waiting until enemies are going to make one or another mistake. And eventually, fellas, enemies will start playing like a pussies and they will start running away from the hill. This is exactly what we want to see, and this is exactly what we want to get in this battle, right? We want to be extremely aggressive towards the people which is playing on top of the hill, but in the same time not too aggressive because our aggression might kill us. This poor tourist E75, he said, I can take the hill. No, you cannot, buddy. No, you cannot. You can imagine about taking the hill, but it's not going to be that easy as you might think it's going to be, right? Meanwhile, Curveron is trying to counter us here, but you know what, I don't really care because I am getting assisting damage out of this guy because I can simply spot him, right? That's the main thing. Meanwhile, M103, my bigger brother is simply going through the middle of the field and he is saying zdoro for the people which is playing on top of the hill, and I am simply farming. For me, fellas, for us, this is the farming simulator. And what do I want to highlight in this battle overall? My biggest highlight which I want to do, fellas, you don't necessarily need to read the book which says heavy tank supposed to go on top of the hill, otherwise you will have a bad experience. You supposed to play like this, like that, like this, like that. How about don't tell me what I supposed to do? How about that? This is the main thing, fellas. You can make unpopular and unique decision in a way, and you still can have an extremely good battle, and you can actually lead your team towards the victory. And in this kind of situation, fellas, this is definitely the case. Our position proved so much use for our team, it is insane, it is crazy. Meanwhile, we are loading the high explosives for the Su-130 PM and he is saying Zdarov. Or I suppose I am saying Zdarov. Buddy, I am Ruski heavy tank from now on. Do you have your last words? But skill! 400 in the face like nothing. 412, after that 413, and after that killing shot. He had no hope, he had no chance to do anything right here. It was perfection. It was extremely good. Meanwhile, Pantera is going through the open field and he is saying, I will cap the base, I will cap the base, although unfortunately I did not manage it to penetrate this guy here, but you know, it doesn't change anything for us, fellas. T54 is going through the open field. That was a beautiful pre-aim, and one thing which I really want to highlight here, fellas, in the tier 10 battle with a T32 which have the base penetration of the 208mm, we did not shot a single gold round yet. Why so? Because it was completely unnecessary. We did not need that, so obviously we wasn't shooting the gold for obvious reasons. And what we are doing here, we are trying to take the side, and obviously we want to punish the Panther before he is going to die for someone else, right? We are on 4.9 thousand damage. Can we pick up the last kill? Sure we can. 5.1 thousand damage right there. The T-54 is in the middle of the field, but he is dying. Such a beautiful performance considering we was bottom tier in this matchup. Now it's very debatable what you are going to say, fellas. Some of you might say, but skill, you could take the hill. Yes, I could take the hill, but who would know enemy team is going to play that passively? If enemy team would play just tiny touch more aggressive on the hill, they could overrun our forces without even asking our team names, right? And that would be a quite sad thing, don't you think so? So in my opinion, fellas, everything what we have made in this battle was simply perfection. All those 3 games was good. Pity the first battle finished with a T32 capping the base, but once again, that was unusual decision by the heavy tank, and that worked great. The second battle, it was zombie apocalypse, but in the good way zombie apocalypse. What do I mean by saying that? It was extremely intense battle, and it was interesting. At least I hope it was interesting. And the third battle was simply perfection in the Kempenovka field with a heavy tank. Now let's go into the scores, fellas. We are using replay manager to find the replays which we want and which we like. And as you can see, this is the first battle. In the first battle, we managed to get solid ace flanker even with a defeat with a 6.1 thousand damage and 1.5 thousand assisting damage, and we made 34,000 profits, which is hip hooray, right? Speaking about the second battle, in the second battle we managed to get ace flanker, 5.3 thousand damage, 600 assisting damage, and we got 1,000 base experience with a defeat, which is very good, and we lost 17,000 credits. Hashtag never lucky. The third battle, boys and girls, ladies and gents, was another ace flanker, 5.1 thousand damage, 2.3 thousand assisting damage, and we managed to get 1.6 base experience, and we made 40,000 credits. Now before you will yell on me, skill, you are using anonymizer. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is my another account in Rus server where I am using anonymizer when I'm playing for Mark of Excellence, and obviously my goal in for this account is to get Mark of Excellence up to 100%, which is bigger challenge than to get the third Mark of Excellence. And so far we marked 125 tanks up to 100%. We have plenty of good stuff dealt already, so I am having fun while I'm streaming and when I am playing the game overall. Anyways, T32 in action. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time, and I hope you had as much fun as I did by doing the commentary on those 3 great battles. Thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure of mine. I hope you had some fun too, and see you very soon. Peace.